Good evening, everyone. Please take your seats. Our program will begin in just a few minutes. Evening, everyone. If you're still looking to find a seat, there are some seats available up front. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We invite you to take your seats as our program is about to begin. Welcome to Creating Hope 2025.
Walls are coming down and down and down. And life is going around and around and around. And love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing. Oh, heart of mine, take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down. And life is going around and around and around. And love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. All inside of you. All inside of you. All inside of you.
Okay, that was a hard act to follow. Hello, everyone. First, I want to say that I'm so honored and thrilled to welcome you all to this sold-out event, to be in the company of our amazing honoree, Judge Susan Briel, and I want to thank the many donors, sponsors, and advertisers for their incredible generosity. And because I'm me, I have to shout out to my own family and dear friends who are here tonight. I'm humbled by your generosity and presence. Thank you. We've already raised $509,000. And we're just getting started, so don't stop. We're going to give you an opportunity later in the program to keep donating. Before I begin the evening, I'd like to acknowledge some special guests who are here with us this evening. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins. Woo! Supervisor Myrna Melgar. City Attorney David Chu. Belmont Mayor Julia Mates. Jewish Community Federation CEO and past honoree Joy Sisiski. And one of our incredible, beloved, longtime community leaders, Rita Semmel. Thank you all. And we are joined tonight by a large group of clergy, many of whom are part of Shalom Bayit's 80-member Rabbinic Advisory Council. Could all the clergy please stand? You'll hear from them at the end with something special. It's not a sermon. On stage at the end of the program, so please stick around for that. We're grateful to everyone who sponsored tonight's event. In particular, I'd like to especially acknowledge our presenting sponsors listed behind me on the screen, Nancy Grand and an anonymous supporter who I know is here with us tonight. Thank you both. Moses Labisky, Sissy Swig, and our Mensch Up sponsors, Hillary and Pete Blum, Ann Bornstein, Ray and Jonathan Kaur, Claudia Felsen, Geraldine Gelt, Roberta Gelt, Stacy and Evan Levy, Lisa and Martin Romo, Ingrid Tauber and Frank Tafaro, Barry Zimmerman, and last but not least, my own partners at my family law firm, K. Moser Heyerbaum Ford. Thank you. There are so many more sponsors, so please take the time to look at the program. We thank you all, and we could not do this without you. Finally, a big thank you to everyone who makes this evening possible, the event and host committee, the honorary committee, our honorary chair, Nancy Grand, who you'll hear from in a few minutes. So thank you very much. I was asked to chair this event because I've been a divorce lawyer for 35 years, and I've experienced repeatedly courts that do not understand the ongoing danger survivors and their children face. It often leads to inappropriate and sometimes dangerous custody awards. I've seen firsthand that having supportive allies who are experienced in assisting victims of domestic violence is absolutely necessary for escaping abuse. But I'm here today, and my husband Dave and I support Shalom Bayit for two very personal reasons. First, because one of our dearest friends and my business partner of 30 years told me her childhood story the very first week we met over 35 years ago. A Harvard grad and fellow associate at a prestigious law firm, she seemed to have it all. But the first time she described her childhood, I realized her upbringing was very different from mine. Sitting in our fancy view offices in an ivory tower in San Francisco, dressed in our lawyerly suits, I literally wept at her horrific stories of a violent, abusive childhood. She, her mother, and the three siblings endured years of unthinkable physical violence and emotional abuse at the hands of her physician father, all completely hidden from the outside world. Being compelled to watch her mother be pummeled, her younger siblings be punched until they were bruised and bleeding, and many times not being able to go to school or work for days until the bruises faded. They were all trapped in a hidden nightmare of unspeakable suffering. Her story became the guiding light for the law firm we created in 1995. My partners and I are proud to say that we have never represented a batterer, while we have represented and helped many victims of domestic violence. We could not have done the legal work and helped these clients without the support of people like Naomi Tucker and Shalom Bayit. Second, like many of us, I naively believe the myth that domestic violence does not happen in our Jewish community. That is until friends and acquaintances began to confide in me and ask me for help with their divorces. Once again, these were people who appeared to literally have it all. They came from wealthy Jewish philanthropic families, they lived in beautiful homes, and they had gorgeous children. They were the model of families one might envy. And I did. But the reality was that they were suffering unspeakable abuse and violence hidden behind the walls of their stunning homes, completely shielded from public view. So I know firsthand that Shalom Bayit's existence is crucial, and their professional guidance and support to victims and their children is truly life-changing. The aid, experience, compassion, knowledge, and resources Shalom Bayit provides directly results in a brighter future for survivors and their children. No child should have to tell the story that my business partner told me 35 years ago. This is why my husband Dave and I are here and why we are longtime supporters of Shalom Bayit. I just want to say in closing that Naomi Tucker, Shalom Bayit's founder, executive director, and heart and soul for 33 years, is truly one of the most remarkable people I have ever met. So please join me in thanking her and the awesome Shalom Bayit staff for daily creating hope for a brighter future. And now, please welcome our honorary chair, a longtime Jewish community leader whom many of you know, Nancy Grand. Okay, I'm supposed to move it.
Where am I removed?
I don't know.
Excuse us.
Were they under mine?
Thank you. Thanks for the save, Barbara. Really good. Good evening. Thank you all for being here tonight. I really am proud to be the honorary chair and to share this time of appreciation with you. We're not here tonight just as individuals, but as a community rooted in the values of justice, compassion, and responsibility for one another. Together, tonight, we're shining a light on the strength and resilience of those who have survived domestic violence. And we're here to appreciate the significance of having a place in our Jewish community that offers a sanctuary of hope, healing, empowerment, and new beginnings. A place that rebuilds not only safety, but self-worth and dignity. A place that gives children a chance to grow up in peace. A place that advocates for those who do not feel heard. These are our values, communal and personal. Shalom Bayit is putting them into action every day with compassion and caring. I hope you are as inspired and proud as I am. Thank you.
Imagine a future where every home is a place of peace. Women are believed, children can thrive, and our community is guided by hope.
I was only 3 years old when she left my dad, and Shalom Bayit empowered her to protect me so that I never personally had to see any of the violence.
Growing up in a violent home is very harmful to children. Domestic violence doesn't hurt just the adults. Children show the damage in many ways: health problems, trouble learning, anger, anxiety, depression.
It's impossible to overstate the difference that Shalom Bayit made in my life. This organization provided my mom with the support that she needed to walk away from what was becoming a dangerous relationship, and having this community really reassured her that she wasn't alone and that this happens in Jewish homes too.
In my experience as a family law attorney, the family court doesn't always recognize the ongoing dangers survivors and their children face. Abusers can manipulate the system and often use custody battles as a way of keeping control.
Ongoing support from a Shalom Bayit advocate gave me the courage to start creating a safety plan to get myself out of my emotionally abusive marriage.
Without court accompaniment, legal representation, and financial assistance, protective parents risk losing custody to the abuser. Shalom Bayit connects women to these essential resources.
The advocate provided support to me as I documented the abuse and ultimately secured a temporary restraining order. This restraining order allowed me to stay in my home and gave me custody of our child.
The best thing we can do for children who are witnessing domestic violence in their homes is support the protective parent. When we give moms the resources they need to keep themselves and their children safe, they are all able to heal.
That's why Shalom Bayit is so invaluable. They work with parents to take protective action that shows their children that love should not hurt. There is no more important message than that.
Shalom Bayit doesn't just respond to domestic violence, we work to prevent it. Shalom Bayit is educating Jewish teens to be able to identify warning signs for abuse and know how to ask for help.
I learned the difference between abusive, unhealthy, and healthy relationships.
Abusive relationships are not healthy, and you have the power to stop them.
By teaching young people about boundaries and consent, we are building a brighter future with the next generation that can break the cycle of violence.
As a preschool teacher, I ask my youngest students to make sure their friend wants a hug. Consent starts from the earliest years. When we support Shalom Bayit, we make a huge difference in the lives of our young people as we educate them to be kind, respectful, and caring of others.
Our Jewish community has the power to create a future where women and children are safe in the place that matters most, at home. Shalom Bayit brings that vision to life every day.
We are taught that Talmidei Chachamim Marbim Shalom Ba'olam, that Torah scholars and Jewish communal leaders and professionals bring peace to the world. And yet we're not all experts in how to create the best practices for that shalom in our bayit, whether that's in our personal homes or in our communities and institutions. we turn to Shalom Bayit for education and expert support. We are the spiritual first responders, and yet we need support and professional guidance as well. So we're so grateful to Shalom Bayit to support the entire Rabbinic Advisory Council in creating norms and expectations of healthy relationships that should permeate through all of our Jewish community institutions.
With your support, we can create a brighter future for generations to come.
Thank you, Shalom Bayit, for everything you've done.
Thank you, Shalom Bayit. We need you.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Vivian Brawley.
And I'm Stephanie Levin. We're thrilled to be the new co-chairs of the board this year. Our board is made up of an amazing group of women, including domestic violence survivors, who bring their personal experience, skills, and communities to advance the work of Shalom Bayit.
Being here tonight, sharing this celebratory evening with you all is truly an honor for us both. We're looking around the room and talking with so many of you. We are just filled with inspiration and hope as we celebrate Shalom Bayit's work to shine a light in the darkest of places for victims of abuse for the past 33 years. Thank you for joining us this evening and supporting Shalom Bayit's work to promote peaceful homes and families, teach skills for healthy relationships, and work to build a safe and vibrant Jewish community that is free from violence and abuse.
We would like to acknowledge our fellow board members who work with us to support Shalom Bayit. Would all current and past board members please stand so we can celebrate you this evening? Thank you all for your partnership, your hard work, and your dedication to Shalom Bayit.
I remember 30 years ago when I was brand new to the Bay Area, walking into the bathroom at Congregation Road of Shalom in San Rafael, my congregation, and seeing a little sticker on the back of the door that said, if you are being hurt, call this number. And of course it was from Shalom Bayit. And I thought to myself, how amazing it is that we have an organization like that in our community. And how genius it was to have that message in a place that's private, that somebody who is being hurt could find it and call. And through the years as a Jewish professional, I worked for the Jewish Community Federation here in San Francisco. I remember participating in a training that Naomi brought to our staff around having a safe environment at work. I had the pleasure of seeing Naomi throughout the community, going to Creating Hope Galas. I went to a parlor meeting where I heard from domestic violence victims, and I was so moved, and I knew it was something that I wanted to be a part of. The work of Shalom Bayit spoke to me. I was raised by a strong woman. I've surrounded myself as an adult with strong women, many of whom are here tonight. And I believe in the power of women helping other women and standing by their side. There are moments of the highest of highs and everywhere in between, and when they're the most vulnerable. And so I remember I asked Naomi out for coffee, and I said, I want to be involved, and would you consider me to be on the board of directors? And I was so lucky that happened 4 years ago, and stepping into this leadership role with Stephanie has truly been an honor. I want to make a difference in the world. I know all of you do too. That's why you're here tonight. I want to play my part in making the world a better place, a place that is free from abuse and violence for the next generation. As a mother, as a woman, for my own children, for my daughter, and for my sons.
While working at the Peninsula JCC, I had several experiences with parents in our camp and preschool community who told me they were experiencing violence at home. The first time this happened, a preschool mom was in tears trying to find her child's backpack, and she told me that she was afraid to go home without it because her husband would be extremely angry. There was something that just seemed off about the situation, but I wasn't sure what to do or how to really help. So I called Shalom Bayit and spoke to Naomi. And she coached me on how to navigate difficult conversations like this, how to best encourage moms and dads to reach out for support at Shalom Bayit, and even to begin to know how to recognize signs of potential domestic abuse. I wish I hadn't needed to call her so many times for guidance as new situations came up, but I did. And she and the Shalom Bayit team took the time to support me and the families in my care each and every time. Professionals in our Jewish community organizations are often the first point of contact for people facing domestic violence. Without Shalom Bayit's support, guidance, and training, many clients actually wouldn't get the support they need from their rabbis, their educators, their camp directors, and community professionals to make that first call to get help. I joined the board to be able to give back to an organization that makes a big difference to families throughout our community and that has also made a huge difference to me as a Jewish community professional.
No one should fight abuse alone, and fortunately, they don't have to because Shalom Bayit exists. Thanks to Shalom Bayit, women can give their children safe and stable homes, and families can get the specialized help that only Shalom Bayit can provide.
Tonight, we want to thank you for your ongoing support to work for justice for abused women, to empower survivors, and to build healthy communities that are safe from abuse.
Together, we can ensure that Shalom Bayit will continue to thrive and actively grow peace in every home. Thank you again for being here and for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Stephanie and Vivian, and good evening, everyone. I'm Naomi Tucker, and yes, I'm the founding executive director of Shalom Bayit, and it is my great honor to be with you all tonight. And I do want to take a moment to also recognize the people who not only made tonight happen, but who make Shalom Bayit's work happen every day. So if my amazing staff could please stand up for just a moment. Some of them are over there and over there. Tonight is Lag BaOmer, which falls on the 33rd day of the Omer, the 7-week countdown between Passover and Shavuot. And how fitting that we are celebrating our 33rd anniversary on the 33rd day of the Omer. But what's even more fitting is the reason for this holiday. So Lag BaOmer marks the end of a plague that killed 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva. And the Talmud teaches that the plague happened because the students were not treating each other with respect. That is how deeply Jewish tradition values treating one another well. So the Lag BaOmer holiday is like the spark of joy in the midst of mourning, just as we are gathered here tonight to talk about something difficult and painful, but also to celebrate the hope and healing that we make happen. It's the perfect day to seal our collective commitment to treat each other with dignity, kindness, and respect. Tonight, we honor the more than 1,400 survivors of domestic violence who have come through Shalom Bayit's doors and phone lines in those 33 years. Hope ripples outward to the thousands of children of those clients who now have a brighter future because they are no longer afraid. It ripples out to the family and friends breathing easier because their loved ones are safe. To the Jewish professionals, as you heard Stephanie talk about, relieved to have Shalom Bayit's consultation in a tough situation. We are building a brighter future when our clergy and community leaders speak out about abuse, when they put policies in place in their congregations, when they call us to triage an incident of abuse. when Jewish organizations implement our sexual harassment prevention trainings to bring safety and dignity to the workplace. As you heard our rabbinic co-chair, Rabbi Gershon Albert, say earlier, clergy are our spiritual first responders. I love that. But they need us in order to apply the right response in handling situations of abuse. Shalom Bayit's impact is also felt in the classroom, where we teach kids how to make healthy relationship choices for their future. From 10-year-olds to college students, Love Shouldn't Hurt prevention education programs help young people set healthy boundaries and bottom lines, consider what Judaism teaches about intimacy and human interaction, and build a culture of consent. In the 2 decades we've been running these workshops, we've reached over 19,000 teens who now have tools for relationships grounded in dignity and holiness. Yes! It has certainly been a difficult year in our world, and we've felt it palpably at Shalom Bayit. In addition to our regular programs, many of you know that we've been leading public conversations on the global silence around the October 7th sexual violence against Israeli women and girls. And internally, anti-Semitism forced a move out of our entire business operations from our longtime parent organization, which was a big uprooting in our own Bayit. Yet this is no different from what our clients face every day, uprooting their lives to build a new home where they will be safe and supported. In Pirkei Avot, it says, appoint yourself a teacher, find yourself a friend. And this year, we also grieved the loss of 4 cherished leaders and friends at Shalom Bayit. So I want to dedicate my remarks tonight to the blessed memory of past board members Ellen Benjamin and Dr. Ellen Kashak, fierce fighters for truth and justice who helped Shalom Bayit break ground in the early days. To longtime Rabbinic Advisory Council member and pioneer in the Jewish Renewal Movement, Rabbi Bert Jacobson, together with Rabbi David Cooper, who is here with us tonight, they implemented the Bay Area's first synagogue policy on domestic violence at Gala 25 years ago. And if your synagogue doesn't have one yet, call me and we'll help fix that. And my mentor and friend for 3 decades, Judy Bloom, a true champion for women, peace, and justice. She chaired our Legacy and Endowment Committee and was a past chair of this event. Judy's leadership embodied fierce determination and joyful heart, and she would be so proud of us tonight. So in their memory, I will always look for the places where the light breaks through. Our history of wandering taught the Jewish people that even if the outside world was hostile, the one place we could count on for safe haven was our home. This is where the term Shalom Bayit comes from, peace in the home, the beautiful idea that we should make our homes a safety zone, a sanctuary of peace. But what if you live in fear in your own home? If home is a place where you're harmed by the one who promised to love you? Domestic violence is a personal reality for 1/4 of all women worldwide, Jewish or not. That is an alarming number of people systematically subjected to the coercive control of their intimate partner, the person who is supposed to love and protect them. Instead, they live in fear of what will happen next. No one should have to experience that. Domestic violence can involve physical abuse, but not always. Psychological manipulation, verbal and emotional abuse, intimidation, threats, financial abuse, sexual coercion, and isolation, those are all just as devastating and just as effective at achieving total domination. Over 70% of Shalom Bayit clients have children at home who are witnessing that abuse. Each year, 3.2 million children in America witness domestic violence at home. Children exposed to abuse experience the same levels of fear and anxiety as children living in a war zone. The place that should be most sacred becomes a living minefield. Nothing about their environment is predictable. They blame themselves for the turmoil and live their lives trying to prevent the next explosion. But of course, they can't stop it because they aren't causing the problem. That responsibility lies with and only with the perpetrator. While we'd all like to think, oh, the kids didn't hear that, I'm here to tell you, the kids always know. Kids growing up in an abusive environment have higher rates of PTSD, substance abuse, and mental health, behavioral, academic, social, emotional, and physical health issues. They are more likely to repeat the cycle in adulthood, becoming victims or perpetrators. How do we stop that? At Shalom Bayit, we have 3 main strategies for breaking that cycle. One is to support the survivors so moms can get their kids away from the abuse. 2, educate the community so we can all know how to notice warning signs and respond in the best way when someone is being abused. And 3, to prevent abuse before it starts, and that's why we have our Love Shouldn't Hurt Youth workshops on healthy relationships and consent. A few weeks ago, I spoke to a woman who was calling our hotline for the first time, and she said to me, "The kids have started to call me stupid and put me down all the time." Well, that's how their dad talks to me right in front of them, so of course, that's how they've learned to think of me. Then she asked me if she was a bad parent for putting her kids in that situation. That's what her friends were telling her. I asked her, whose parenting should be in question here? Children can be the motivation to leave the relationship or the reason to stay. Abuse survivors fear breaking up the family, supporting the kids as a single parent. They fear for their kids' safety when alone with the other parent. They fear the custody battle and their partner's terrible threats, and they have good reason to fear those threats. The difficulties of divorce, custody and visitation schedules, housing, financial aftermath, co-parenting, and the astronomical costs of it all are daunting. Courts limit where mom can move for safety, and sometimes, as you heard Barbara talk about, award custody to the abuser, putting children in harm's way. In the California Family Code, there is an excellent law, co-authored by law professor Nancy Lemon, who is here with us tonight, that says, yes, go Nancy, that says that courts should grant custody to the non-abusing parent to prevent further trauma to children. Seems like a no-brainer. But that is not often what happens. Courts have historically prioritized an abusive parent's 50-50 right to their child over the children's right to live unafraid in their own home. Because of gender bias embedded in our legal system, mothers are more often punished and judged for their character or their relationship choice than fathers are for the child abuse, neglect, or abusing mom in front of the kids. We must change this. We need affordable legal services, more training for judges. We need to shift the narrative from 2 sides to every story to the reality that some sides have more power and abusers use their own children as pawns to get back at their partner. In partnership with legal advocates and wonderful family law attorneys like Barbara, Shalom Bayit helps protective parents slog through messy divorces, custody battles, and dangerous visitation exchanges. We also help women navigate criminal court proceedings when their abusers are charged with domestic violence. The complex burden of proof in crimes that largely happen behind closed doors with no witness requires that we believe victims. We need courts and law enforcement to understand the dynamics and serious danger of violence against women, and that's why we are so pleased to be honoring Judge Briel tonight, whose dedication in her courtroom and decades of training other judges have created real safety and justice for women and girls. In the past few years alone, Shalom Bayit advocates have spent over 100 hours accompanying clients to both family and criminal court, providing support and guidance. Sometimes we share a moment of victory, like the woman who finally got a permanent restraining order this year after a 10-year battle to protect herself and her child. It shouldn't have to be that hard. After the hearing, she held our advocate's hand and cried and said the Shehechianu, a blessing of thanks for arriving at this moment, and they tearfully celebrated together. As we heard earlier from child trauma expert Dr. Alicia Lieberman, healing is possible. We are so fortunate that San Francisco is home to the nation's premier research center on helping young children heal from the trauma of witnessing violence at home. Dr. Lieberman's pioneering research demonstrated that when moms and kids find safety and supportive counseling, the physiological brain changes that babies and young children experience from trauma can be reversed. Every act of helping a mom escape abuse brings palpable change to her children. I've seen firsthand kids open up, shed fear, become confident, begin to trust the adults around them, and it is one of the greatest joys of this work. Children are so resilient. If we give parents the tools they need to make it on their own, we can give kids the chance at the brighter future they deserve. The road to healing can be long and complicated. It takes time to plan a safe exit, build strength, cope with the aftermath, and heal from the trauma. That's why Shalom Bayit is here for the long haul. We are proud to be building a vibrant Jewish future by giving children the building blocks of healthy homes and relationships. From the courtroom to the boardroom to the classroom, we are creating hope. Like Lag BaOmer, in the midst of something dark and difficult, Shalom Bayit is an island of hope and possibility. I can't tell you how many people have said to me they wish there'd been a Shalom Bayit when they were growing up. So much suffering is relieved when we help people see they're not to blame for the misery in their home and there's something they can do about it. Thank you, beautiful community, for joining us in a shared commitment to build a brighter future of safe homes and healthy relationships. Because of you, hope will prevail. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite my dear colleague, Asta Solar, to the stage to present the award for tonight.
We have a lot of awards up here for you, Judge. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Shalom Bayit. It's a great pleasure for me to present this award to Judge Susan Briel, one of my personal heroes and an amazing leader who's done a tremendous amount to make judicial systems work better for women and children facing domestic violence and sexual violence in the United States and around the world. Those of us who make San Francisco our home are so fortunate that Judge Briel has been a Superior Court judge here since 2001. Thank you so much. In that role, she founded the first girls' court to provide justice for girls at risk of trafficking and sexual exploitation. She is a true pioneer and an extraordinary trailblazer. And before that, she was chief of the criminal division of the San Francisco DA's office. A part of Judge Briel's remarkable legacy are the thousands of judges she has been training for more than 30 years with the National Judicial Institute on Domestic Violence, which is a joint project of my organization, Futures Without Violence, and the National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges. And her remarkable impact does not stop at our borders. She's been tapped by governments worldwide, from Bosnia to Herzegovina to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Judge Briel is rightly known throughout our country and worldwide for her incredible work to improve judicial systems. Thank you. But those of us fortunate enough to know her personally appreciate her wisdom, her intellect, her courage, her generous spirit, and her unfailing kindness. She is a true public servant and a visionary leader. You could not have chosen a more worthy recipient of this award. Please give it up for Judge Susan Briel. She deserves a standing ovation. She has changed the judiciary in the United States of America, and for that we are deeply grateful. Judge Susan Briel. You got it, girl. So I think this is the, all right. Do you want to take a picture now or no?
Sure.
I don't know what the, I think we're doing a picture, no? Anyway, anybody want to do a picture with Susan? I love you. There we go. All right. That's what they told me. We do a picture. All right. We got a picture. I love you. Thank you. Mwah. This is yours. Okay. This is mine. Okay. This is yours.
This is mine. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Whoa. Thank you so much, Esta. Dearest friends, family, distinguished guests, the Honorable Judge Ina Jamont, my longtime role model. I am extremely honored and humbled by this magnificent award, and I want to thank all of you who came out tonight to be part of this award ceremony, all who took the time and effort to be here, especially my 90-year-old Auntie Roz. Where are you, Auntie Roz? There she is. And I must thank every person who works with Shalom Bayit, supports Shalom Bayit, and advocates for Shalom Bayit, for being champions of the very issues of social justice that I have worked on for nearly 40 years as both a prosecutor and a judge. You may have wondered, as I often have, why after so many years of supporting the rights of domestic violence and trafficking survivors, that such abuse still exists in this world. Domestic violence crimes are at their all-time high. If you ask the question why these crimes still exist and ask if such crimes will ever disappear, you will receive dozens of differing answers from experts, everything from the necessity to first eliminate all patriarchal regimes, to the need to eliminate economic disparities and even the capitalist social structure in America. What I have come to realize is that it is not the answer to root causes of violence that matters. It is the work to stop the abuse that matters and that will continue to matter. I am so grateful to Shalom Bayit for its vigorous work to end violence against women. I have friends who have used the services of Shalom Bayit, and I have had survivors in my courtroom who have been fortunate enough to be connected to this outstanding organization. Our family of advocates, our community of fighters, our warriors, our allies are what matters and are what will always matter. I want to briefly talk about two notable cases I presided over as a judge a while back to give you a quick understanding of why this work continues to be so important. The first case involves San Francisco Sheriff Ross Mercarimi, whose mother happened to be Jewish. In 2012, he was charged with assaulting his wife. At his arraignment, Sheriff Mercarimi told the bailiffs in my courtroom that he would wait in the jury room until his case was called in order to avoid the TV cameras that were set up in the hallway. I told the bailiffs to let the sheriff know that he could not and would not be allowed to wait in the jury room, that he would have to walk down the hallway just like every other ordinary, everyday, out-of-custody defendant. But what is notable about the case is the fact that domestic violence can be perpetrated by well-known elected officials and often by those we might least expect, including members and leaders in our own Jewish community.
It happens behind closed doors, and contrary to what the sheriff told the press at that time, domestic violence is not a private matter or a family matter. As most of you already know, it is a social problem and a community problem. Many victims face financial dependence, fear, manipulation, or threats from their abusers, making it hard for them to escape without outside support from advocates, friends, and from this very community. Domestic violence impacts children even when they are not directly abused. Witnessing domestic violence causes long-term emotional and psychological harm to almost every child I have worked with. A second case of significance I'd like to share, which I presided over as a judge, was a murder case of a homeless woman addicted to fentanyl whose boyfriend stomped her skull and crushed it when she lay passed out on the sidewalk, high on drugs. This case was every bit as notable as Sheriff Mercarini's case because every victim's life matters. Every victim's life is significant, whether they are married to an important city official or whether they are left to waste away on a city street, lost, alone, forgotten, and stomped to death by an intimate partner. Domestic violence matters, and the work of Shalom Bayit to educate and to eradicate domestic violence in the Jewish community and in all communities is vital. There may come a time when you see a friend with a black eye, someone you know who has bruises on their arms or face, and you find out that they are not being pummeled as part of a boxing tournament or a sporting event. When this happens, it will be important for you to listen to any account they give of abuse, to believe them, and to offer them help when they are ready to receive it. I will end my remarks tonight by using a Yiddish phrase my father has taught me, and simply say to everyone here, genug shoyen, which means enough already. Let's end violence against women forever and in our lifetimes. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lauren, and I'm a domestic violence survivor. I've rarely said that out loud, and most people I know, including some here tonight, don't know that about me. When I first started dating my ex-husband, I was love-bombed, though I didn't know that's what it was called at the time. He told me I was beautiful, the smartest woman he'd ever met, and brought me so many flowers that there was no room for them all. We got married quickly, had a baby who I'll call Max, and then the gloves came off. He began to control me and isolate me from other people, which severely impacted my relationships. For example, he refused to allow me to go to a friend's funeral after she succumbed to breast cancer. He neglected and mistreated Max. He verbally, sexually, and emotionally abused me, and he screamed at us so loudly that it sounded like a freight train running through our living room. He shoved me, pushed me into the wall, threw things at me, yelled at me while his eyes bulged out of his head, and spit on me. I desperately wanted to leave, but was too embarrassed and scared. I was highly educated with my BA and MBA from top universities. I was ashamed and worried what others would think. I also had a lot of debt related to our son's premature birth and other expenses. When I asked my husband to help, he accused me of being after his money, gave no help, and saddled me with guilt. When I confided in my mom, she encouraged me to leave him. I was too afraid to act right away, but eventually consulted an attorney. He found out, accused me of having an affair, then served me with divorce papers only hours after forcing himself on me. Max was 15 months old. For a couple years, we didn't hear from him, which was an indescribable relief. When Max was 3.5, my ex resurfaced and demanded to be in Max's life. I was very worried about Max's safety, but the court granted visitation, which increased over time. Our case was highly contentious and eventually became the most highly litigated divorce in Santa Clara County. When Max was 7, his father sent police to my door 6 times, falsely alleging that I'd failed to bring Max to visitation. He tried to get me arrested because I had grabbed his cell phone from him in self-defense after he hit me with it. Then he tried to file a restraining order against me. It was dropped, but not before I lost 10 pounds from stress. Around the same time, his new wife, who was a lawyer, was fired from her job at the district attorney's office for her interference in our case, a story that made the front page of the Mercury News. Max resisted or refused to visit his father because his time with him was horrible. For example, once when Max was 10 and had a broken wrist, his father ordered him to go outside during a torrential rainstorm to clean the duck pen. Max didn't have a raincoat that fit over his cast, and when he finished an hour and a half later, he was cold, soaked, filthy, and his cast was ruined. He was screamed at by his father and sent to his room trembling. Nonetheless, I was court-ordered to make him visit his father. My ex fought me for custody, not because he cared about Max, but because he wanted to win at all costs, to hurt me and to destroy our sense of safety and peace. The judge continued to side with my ex, despite the fact that Family Court Services stated that I should have sole custody. Why? Because my ex spent over $3 million on attorneys, not including the work his lawyer wife did for free, while I was mostly representing myself since I couldn't consistently afford an attorney. I recently learned that he even bribed the attorney assigned to represent Max's interests by paying her cash under the table. She was supposed to articulate Max's wishes to the court, but instead supported whatever my ex wanted. My ex also spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on experts to claim that he was a great dad. They painted me as mentally ill and accused me of alienating Max from his father, a common tactic used by abusers. The real problem was that Max was genuinely afraid of his father. In 2017, when Max was 12 and we were planning his bar mitzvah, my rabbi suggested I call Shalom Bayit. I'm so glad I did. I was immediately embraced and provided with individual counseling and support groups. My Shalom Bayit family listened with heartfelt empathy. They answered my many sob-filled phone calls, and they helped lift me up. Max's father had refused to let Max attend Hebrew school, B'nai Mitzvah class, or his friends' bar and bat mitzvahs during his custodial time. Max was adamant that his father's presence would be too stressful to bear at his own bar mitzvah. The referral to Shalom Bayit was critical and helped us create a safety plan for Max in light of the repercussions we were concerned he would have to endure afterwards. Our synagogue supported Max entirely. They hired security guards who refused to let my ex and his wife in. I am forever grateful to Rabbi Dan for understanding that we were being abused, and to Beth Chaim for ensuring that Max's bar mitzvah was a special day for him. As the years went by, I continued to suffer from legal abuse. There are over 16,000 filings in our case, an average of 95 a month. With his money, my ex controlled the narrative and the courts. Even though Max lived in total fear of him, the judge forced him to go to high school where his father had moved. I lost custody of my son, and Max had to live with his father over an hour away from me. My ex refused to allow Max to have medical and dental services and educational support he needed for his ADHD from that point forward. He also did not allow Max to be in touch with me, and sometimes I didn't see Max for months at a time. Our once A student was getting C's and D's and was miserable. Meanwhile, I continued to struggle financially, trying to work while serving as my own attorney. I knew I had to fight for my son, to protect him, and to get as much time with him as possible, or he simply wouldn't make it. Shalom Bayit helped me prepare emotionally for court and accompanied me to custody hearings, supporting me with their presence so I wouldn't have to face my abusive ex alone. They also helped me with gift cards, emergency grant money, and Hanukkah gifts. They were a lifeline during my divorce and custody battle, and still are today. 6 weeks before Max turned 18, he ran away from his father's house, and he's been living with me for the past 3 years. His father and stepmother moved abroad and left no forwarding address. Max has had no contact with them. Max still has some PTSD, which is triggered by things that remind him of his father, but overall, he's doing amazingly well. He took a gap year to heal and has been going to community college, where he's been, once again, getting all A's. He'll be transferring to a 4-year school in September and is thrilled to have agency over his life and to be surrounded by love. I know he will continue to thrive now that he is free. Although we are doing so much better now, abuse has an extremely long tail, emotionally, physically, and financially. I also have some PTSD that I'm still working through. And while my peers are planning vacations and retirement, I can't fathom being able to retire, and I stress over money nearly every day. While my friends think that I've moved on remarkably well, which I mostly have, Shalom Bayit uniquely understands that recovery is a long process. There are still hard days, and just knowing that Shalom Bayit is there for me is comforting beyond words. Thank you for listening, and please generously support Shalom Bayit. Max and I are lucky to be on the healing side of a nightmare, but there are still many, many women and their children who need your help.
Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's story is a powerful reminder of exactly why the work we do at Shalom Bayit is not only vital, it's life-saving. And her story is only one story out of thousands. For survivors like Lauren, who may not know where else to turn, Shalom Bayit is there. We provide a safe place for individuals and their families where they feel seen, heard, supported, and culturally understood. And the critical services we provide are all offered completely free of charge. But we are only able to do all of this with the support of our greater community and generous donors like you, which is why we need your help right now. This is our gifts of the heart, and this is how it works. We're going to begin at a first level of $10,000 and work our way all the way down to the $100 level. At each level, we will share just some examples of what your gift could make possible. There is no pressure or obligation to donate, but if and when one or more of these levels feels right to you and resonates with you, please raise the bid number on the back of your program to make a healthy, safe, peaceful, and vibrant Jewish community. If you would prefer to give in a quieter way, you are also welcome to use our text to give option, which you will see on the screen. Scan the QR code on the inside of the back cover of your program, or fill out a gift of the heart card inside the bag you received. I'm going to make my way downstairs now to be closer to all of you as we begin our gifts of the heart. Our goal is to get at least $100,000 during our gifts of the heart right now. And I know that by coming together in the strength of our amazing community, we can create hope and make it happen together. The more we raise, the more individuals and families we can help. Please give as generously as possible, because this work is so crucial. Before I get started at our official $10,000 level, I want to open up the opportunity in case there's anyone in this room tonight who feels compelled to give at a higher level, maybe $18,000, $15,000, $12,000. So if there's anyone who feels compelled to give at this level right now, I have to ask you to raise your hand or raise your bid number in the air. We have to ask. Oh, wait, is that a bid number in the air? Yes, it is. Let me come up. Sorry, I got to go up there. That's number 376. And let me ask you, what level would you like to give tonight? $25,000. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. What an amazing way to kick off our gifts of the heart. All right, we're going to move on now and start at our official first level of $10,000. Gifts of this amount can help transform 2 synagogues with abuse prevention policies. Who do we have out here tonight who feels comfortable giving at the $10,000 level? I see one up there. Let me come up. Let me get a round of applause at our $10,000 level. 3, 4, 8. Thank you so much. Amazing. Do I have anybody else at the $10,000 level? I see event chair. Barbara. Barbara is number 446. And Barbara has orchestrated this donation with the help for herself and with some of her anonymous friends who also donated. So thank you so much, Barbara. Do we have any other at our $10,000 level? Any more? All right, we're closing out our $10,000 level. Thank you, everyone, for our $10,000 level. Let's have a round of applause. Our next level is $5,000, and this can help provide vital emergency financial assistance to 3 families. And I have something very important to share. We got a phone call earlier today from board member Kate Taffel, who called in from London to say she wanted to kick off our $5,000 level by donating at this level. So thank you, Kate from London. Do we have anybody here in the States in this room who wants to join Kate in donating at the $5,000 level? Anyone at our $5,000 level? That's okay. We will move on. Thank you so much to Kate for kicking us off. Now we're going to go to $2,500. Every $2,500 we raise tonight can help accompany one mom through family court. Please put your bid number up if you want to support one mom in family court today. I see you up there. Round of applause. Let me hear it. All right, number 1. I see it. Hold up. 193. Thank you. I see you. 441. Thank you. Anybody else at our $2,500 level? All right, round of applause for our $2,500 level. All right, our next level is $1,800. Now, $1,800 can help provide 18 counseling sessions to survivors in crisis. This is so crucial. Who do we have at our $1,800 level? Anybody? I see you. 427, thank you. Over here, 164, thank you. 291, thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, round of applause for this level 18. Oh, wait, no, I got one. 333. Thank you. Okay. Closing it down. All right, thank you to our $1,800 level donors. Thank you so much. Now on to our $1,000 level. $1,000 raised can deliver consent education to 40 teens. To date, we have reached 19,513 youth in our Love Shouldn't Hurt Youth program. Since the program launched in 2002, we would love your help to help us reach 20,000 teens this year. So we're looking to get at least 10 at this level. I already have some. 319, thank you. 237, thank you. 240, thank you. 335, thank you. 279, thank you. 346, thank you. 496, thank you. 409, thank you. Turn it a little towards me. There it is. 414, thank you. 471, thank you. 455, thank you. Am I missing anybody? Anybody else? I think we definitely got 10. Did my recorders, do we have 10? We do, we have more than 10. Woo! Thank you so much, everybody, at our $1,000 level, hitting that out of the park. I have to turn my page. I also want to remind everybody as we come to the end of our Gifts of the Heart, we do have a very special finale featuring some clergy this evening, so we really, really want you to stick around after. Now we have 3 levels left. If you haven't had the opportunity to give yet, this is a great time to give. $500 is our next level. Donations of $500 can provide a healing support group session for 7 women. Who do I have at the 500? Okay, 177, thank you. 176, thank you. 179, thank you. 325, thank you. 283, thank you. 284, thank you. 438, thank you. 472, thank you. 353, thank you. 351, thank you. 349, thank you. 392, thank you. 194, thank you. 161, thank you. 278, thank you. 365, thank you. Who do I have? Did I miss? Oh, I missed all the way to the front. All right, round of applause for everybody at this level, but I'm coming to the front still. 342, thank you. 387, thank you. Oh, I see one up there. Sorry, I ran into the photographer. All right, let's see. Hold it up high, hold it up high. Did I see somebody over here? There you are. 245, thank you. Anybody else I missed at that wonderful level? All right, closing out. Round of applause for our $500 level. Woo! Next up, $250. This educates 15 people about healthy boundaries. $250 level. Who do we have at this level? I see you, I'm coming. Oh, there you are. 239, thank you. 450, thank you. 228, thank you. 201, thank you. 295, thank you. 450, thank you. 468, thank you. 168, thank you. 162, thank you. 331, thank you. 124, thank you. 206, thank you. 188, thank you. 195, thank you. 479, thank you. 160, thank you. 109, thank you. 246, thank you. 262, thank you. Making my way back down. I see you, here I come. I got 2 more here. 104, thank you. Oh, it's in its bag, it's hard to see. It's 182, thank you. Anybody else at this level? Amazing, thank you all so much. All right, we've reached our final level. Sorry. Every $100 donation will allow us to answer 4 helpline calls. Since this is our final level, we would love as much participation as possible. We have actually had some extremely generous donors do a match of $3,600. So that means we need 36 donations at our $100 level to achieve this match. This also means that every $100 you donate now actually unlocks $200 for Shalom Bayit. So I'm sure you're going to help me. And the other thing, if you want to donate more than one time at this level, get us to the goal quicker, just show me how many times you want to donate $100. If you have 4 fingers up, you're donating $400. But that will help us get to our match very quickly. Also, if you came here as a guest of someone, this is a wonderful way to pay it forward and do something wonderful for the person who took you here tonight. All right, so let's see what we can do. I know we can do it. We're going for our $100. Let's make me run around the room, okay? 453, thank you. 408, thank you. 163, thank you. 135, thank you. 451, thank you. 292, thank you. 294, thank you. 435, thank you. 324, thank you. 323, thank you. 360, thank you. 449, thank you. 282, thank you. 275, thank you. 493, thank you. 447, thank you. Oh, this is so great. 467, thank you. 350, thank you. 329, thank you. 248, thank you. 259, thank you. 258, thank you. 439, thank you. 497, thank you. 498, thank you. 499, thank you. 321, thank you. 290, thank you. 190, thank you. 394, thank you. 152, thank you. 156, thank you. 154, thank you. 155, thank you. 372, 2 times. So 372 is $200. 166, thank you. 270, thank you. 431, thank you. 432, thank you. 343, thank you. 116, thank you. 402, thank you. 429, thank you. 280, thank you. 412, thank you. 410, thank you. Making my way down. Did I miss anybody? Hey, recorders, how am I doing? What are we at? Oh, 46! Woo! You guys really did knock it out of the park. Any other last-minute $100 here? No? Okay, thank you all so much. I'm going to go back to the stage. Thank you so much for your generosity.
All right. Thank you, everybody. That was so incredible. And now for our finale. To close out tonight, we're going to invite Cantor Marcia Atti back to our stage, along with the rest of her clergy colleagues from Congregation Emmanuel. And I'd like to invite all our clergy from our Rabbinic Advisory Council who are here with us tonight to join us on the stage. So come on down. And we're going to close us out in a song. While they are coming on stage, I would like to thank the JCC for hosting us here. I want to thank the tech and sound crew up in the AV booth, our caterers, Wendy Kleckner, Arnon Oren, and the crew at Taim for delicious food. And I want to thank all the volunteers who are in the room tonight who made tonight possible. Yes. And all of you for sharing the evening with us. So if you have not had a chance to make your contribution this evening, you can stop by the checkout table on your way out. And after the closing, most important if you're me, is that dessert is waiting for you in the atrium, and you can even take it to go on your way home. And so just a huge thank you to all of you. And now, Cantor Atti and our Rabbinic Advisory Council.
Hey everyone, I believe that you have a program. Do you have a program? And on the inside of the back page, there are song lyrics that you're going to sing with us. So let's go over the chorus. Oh, we don't have them there, but it's in your program. So let's try the chorus. It goes like this. Oh, there it is. Okay. It goes like this. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Let's try it again. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I notice there's all these empty microphones next to me, and I wonder if there's any brave clergy people who want to come take mics. I invite you to come forward and take a mic, everybody. Somebody who feels brave. Rabbi Bennett. There we go. Okay, this part is repeat after me, like this. I will open my eyes. I will open my eyes. I will not look away. I will not look away. I will use this gift I've been given every day. Repeat after me again. I will give of myself. I will give of myself. I will reach out my hand. I will use this heart I've been given to take a stand. Here we go. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. After me, here we go. I will fight for the truth. I'll stand up for what's right. I will use the strength I've been given to be a light. I have Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. Hup! I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. Change the world. My voice can change the world. Yay.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. You're still going to make your flight?
Yeah, we're get our dessert.
Yashikwa. Lovely Yashikwa.